Winner bracket final, best of 5, the first best of 5 in this tournament. Of course, it is a very important match because you reach the grand final if you win this series, but you also get a 1-0 advantage in the best of 7, that is the grand final. And you don't have to go through the lower bracket where two of the all-time greats are waiting. Lawlight, the runner-up of last season, and Fly, of course, the WCG champion. Kaho, he for the first time broke 2,500 ELO, not MMR, ELO, and is now the #1 Night Elf in the world according to the Warcraft 3.info ELO ranking. That rise is just, I don't know, 15 Sway was probably the last person to have such a stellar rise as we've seen, or as we see now. But yeah, his toughest opponent to date, he took a map recently in a Show Cup format. So now he has to take 3 in one series. It's almost mission impossible, but Kaho, he's a crazy dude, and we said it. It's not only micro, it's also decision making. He got all the tools and all the talent to become a world champion. Can he become one today? Map number 1, Concealed Hill.
All right, a tall task, definitely in this best of 5, but if anyone can do it, apparently it's Kaho, being, as you mentioned, the #1 ranked Night Elf. I wasn't expecting that, but holy hell, well deserved on Kaho's side of things. Also on Kaho's side of things, to start us off on Concealed Hill, Neo, a Demon Hunter.
Whoa, okay then. Did not necessarily expect that. Okay, waking up the creeps here as well. A little bit of an exclamation mark. You ain't killing my Wisp. I want to get that scout off. Big map, Demon Hunter, lots to creep. High level mana burns. If you take Happy's Coil and Nova away, game is already a little easier.
Yeah, definitely. It's strange to see the Demon Hunter here, but maybe he has his own style that he's been working on particularly for Happy. From the games I've seen of Kaho, at least on ladder, he tends to be, as you mentioned, a mass air player. And of course, Keeper on Concealed Hill tends to be pretty strong. Oh, the Acolyte. Actually, could he turn around? No. That would have been, as you mentioned, an exclamation mark on the series if Happy got that, but it would have taken 2 attacks, circlet for the Demon Hunter, and a good start for this carry with the agility.
Right on. Carry, disabler, tank, all in one. What he doesn't enable is expansions, so we should expect a one-base play here. Happy also not too aggressive, always reliant on that level 2, on that extra movement speed, on that extra HP regen. He played a series versus Focused as a warm-up in Huobi Cup, and fairly easily won that 3-1, so Happy definitely ready for today to reclaim and retain the title.
Happy gets the circlet himself and also got the Wisp. He did do 1 Fake Coil, and Kaho did not bite on that, and then the second one landed. There's a tier 2 for both players coming with the Demon Hunter. The issue for him on Concealed Hill will, of course, be trying to get up to level 3. The Ancient War has to produce archers, and it has a long walk to that lab. So Kaho's going to have to tank a ton of damage if he wants to get up to that level 2 mana burn, but he's got good items to do it. Get slippers as well from the turtles. Happy goes for a very aggressive creep route. This is going to be a quick level 3 DK.
Right on. This is a lot of poison damage on the ghouls, which makes it harassable, but the Demon Hunter is kind of stuck with his own progress, so I really like that choice by Happy. Yeah, you take damage, but of course with the micro that Happy displays, the damage is distributed evenly on all ghouls. You send them back to the base, you let the Blight work for you, and then everything is healed up when you need them for the push, and the reward for the Claw +9 is pretty excellent as well.
Not bad at all. Kaho gets Boots of Speed, also gets Wand of Illusion, can use that to scout later on, but there's not going to be a ton of surprises, I imagine, for really either player. There's not going to be many hidden expansions until much later, so scouting shouldn't be too important, but Happy does have to confirm whether it's at least lures. You can see stuff like Mass Archers or some weird all-ins at times, but I would expect the lures. Happy gets level 3. And now he goes Wisp hunting. Could definitely get a lot of kills here. He has a ton of mana.
Yeah, and Kaho has another problem because look at the Demon Hunter. He's below 100 HP. Has to run back, use the Moon Juice. That's 1 kill. Nice save by Kaho. He can juggle. Grew up in the circus. And that Demon Hunter now also healthy again. 2 Wisps for 2 coils. It's pretty good.
Yeah, also got the scout earlier. Of course, the lumber is going to be hurt and could even get more. These claws are helping out a ton. One more right click, a detonate on the skeleton. Oh my god, I believe that's now 6 wisps in total that Happy's managed to get, and there should only be a couple left. I think, yeah, one by the Red Camp Fountain for Kaho, and one building the Hunter's Hall currently. That is not a lot of lumber.
Nope, not at all. One is still in the upper left, so I think he's at 3, but this almost screams for a shredder because we all know Dryads are not that affordable when it comes to lumber. Good thing here, mana is burned.
And Kaho immediately gets that shredder. Like to see a very assertive response, just immediately saying, I don't care if I lose a little bit of gold here, I'm just going to fix the problem right away and get a ton of creeping done as well. This Demon Hunter already on his way to level 4, and of course level 3 mana burn becoming a possibility is a huge deal in this matchup. There's the Naga second. I would imagine Happy might do the same, but if he was going to go Naga, he probably would have already bought Boots of Speed. So yeah, it will be the Lich in the tier 3 and the Slaughterhouse for Happy.
Getting burned again can be nicely controlled with the Naga now as well. Nighttime works in Kaho's favor as there's no dust and no chance to really reveal anything. So the stressful harass seems to be over. Demon Hunter, good level, good equipment. Naga, oftentimes not the biggest fan, especially when mass ghouls are involved, but Happy is going for mass fiends as he needs that piercing damage, and against fiends, Naga's great.
Yeah, and the pressure will be mounted onto Happy soon enough, especially being out of mana. Kaho can really pressure that Lich creeping and maybe get some ghoul kills. He's going to go for the Red Camp pole now on this Ogre Lord. And Happy might have to allow this. He has no coil to get the last hit. We'll see if he can do some damage here. This will be tough to stop, especially without the dust.
Lich is coming. Kaho needs damage. Lich is almost there. Needs a mana burn. Oh boy, this is stressful. Oh, the Lich, can almost smell him. Gets it. Cloth plus 12. Really important, but here's the Nova. Town Portal still available on both sides. Happy falling into a little bit of a trap. Here's the damage enough from range. Not really. Kaho with the first big win of the game.
Excellent play there from Kaho. Gets all the mana off both heroes, all the health off the DK. Happy got nothing out of that. He didn't get the item, he didn't get the experience, he lost his town portal, loses again all of his mana. That's a huge play from Kaho. Also worth mentioning, that Shredder, generally when you get to tier 2 as the Night Elf, you'll need to build 3 Wisps anyway, because in order to build the lures in the shop, you need to use Wisps just to get those buildings up. So he actually can cut 180 gold out of his build order, so the Shredder not as expensive as you might think, so it's not actually slowing down these bears too much.
Exactly. A little bit of tech timing, I guess, but not as bad as it might seem in the beginning. Okay, that was the last hit. It was rather close as the Demon Hunter is approaching once again to burn. Kaho plays this pretty perfectly, I want to say.
Yeah.
All the right buttons pressed so far. Demon Hunter roaming, Naga leveling, burning mana. This is really good.
Very, very impressive so far, and the Demon Hunter still has over half of his HP, and importantly, tons of mana to continuously burn these statues. If Happy, by the time he hits tier 3, has no mana on his statues, he's not going to be able to engage with that strong tier 3 timing, and Kaho could continue this harass if he wants, but he has to be careful, because Mana Potion on the Death Knight, Happy has Orb now, he's soon to have a Nova, and he's looking for that greater mana. Exactly,
as always, he loves that. Or a little revenge mana burns maybe. Creep speed is real good with Frenzy. Ah, Scroll of the Beast, okay, that should be dispelled. But yeah, Coil, not enough here. Disengaging. But as you said, Obsidian statue mana very, very low for this state of the game. We're prior to the 10-minute mark. Kaho is constantly scouting for a cheeky expansion, which is not happening. And tier 3 is ready, so we're getting these bears.
It's actually a very sick decision for Kaho to when he engaged into that Lich, to not burn the Lich, instead just burn the statue over and over. He knew the Nova was going to be used. I feel like that's a mistake a lot of lower level players would have made, but no, he just goes for the statues. Now he's going to get creep jacked, but he sees the ghouls, he knows the timing is coming, and he can stay defensive in his base, but the Moonwells are so low currently. Yeah, so is the Demon Hunter. No Staff of Preservation either. This is risky for Kaho, but he doesn't want to give that creep spot up. Don't want to feed Happy into higher levels. He's approaching level 4. That Fork Lightning may be a little too late. Only the illusions here. The usage of illusions recently has been higher quality than probably ever in Warcraft 3. It started with creep pulls on Last Refuge, and since then, pro players value this a lot more. Naga, Carson. Liability or the extra punch that Happy needs? It's going to be pretty good at controlling the Demon Hunter, and also, importantly, it's a good mana burn target. If your Naga runs out of mana, not the end of the world as long as you save a little bit of mana on your Death Knight or your Lich. If the Naga even has 10 points of mana, it can still slow down that Demon Hunter. So it's a really good choice just to make Kaho sort of second guess himself with this Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter, speaking at him, he has his orb now. Ancient War, super proactive. This is the 4th camp Kaho's prepped with it. Love to see Night Elves using their Ancient Wars more actively nowadays.
This is almost Lawlight-esque and something we don't see every day on Concealed Hill, not this excessively. So yeah, Kaho, as we said, he's not just a pure micro player. He has this great ideas. He brings in a new flavor for Night Elf play. Sobi Mask as a reward. This is something Happy would have loved to have. Devotion Aura on the other side. Happy can't complain either.
50 supply for both sides. The Destroyer up in the air and 2 statues healthy for Happy. Happy push invulnerability. No town portal still though. His heroes are safe, but his army may not be once Kaho forced into the town portal back home. He's got to defend, and again, no moon juice whatsoever, but it's almost nighttime.
Town portal here, that Moonwell can probably not be safe. That's expensive, 180 gold on top of the town portal. Only one bear, no one to the back line. This is Happy's moment. Night Elf base, usually huge defender's advantage, but not here. Bear move to the side, Destroyer may be a little exposed, but there's almost no damage. Happy with that Scroll of the Beast. This is, of course, the downside of not having Wisps here. These bears are not having any impact at all.
Mana Potion used. 1 coil is available in a second for Happy. He's killed a ton of units, but he's going to run out of steam soon if he can't maybe pressure these heroes a little bit more. Kaho reinforcing with a couple of bears. The Shredder might have to come in soon. But yeah, the Frost Armor, the Scroll of the Beast, it's so hard for Kaho to secure any kills. 10 supply advantage for Happy. Is he just doing this with the tier 3 timing? Destroyer's going to fall, but the Demon Hunter might fall soon too.
We have a staff ready, but of course Happy is right next to him. Potion of Healing, had to sell the staff for it. Drinks a little bit of the remaining moon juice. Reju is kicking in as well. Only 1 Destroyer remaining. This Demon Hunter needs to be an ultra tank. Fork Lightning is coming in. That Reju is running for a long time. Wonderful job at the Care Bear, and the second one is coming too. Demon Hunter needs another potion. I wonder if it's available. Stressful situation. Again, the Reju. A bear falls for that. Potion is available. No more mana. Only Fiends Destroyers! Oh my god, the nuts of dropping the circlet right next to using the potion. Kaho out of his mind, but also out of options.
No units left whatsoever. He's trying to reinforce, but the Naga might just fall. There is no Dark Ritual, but the right click is enough. Level 3 on the Naga. Kaho tries to hold in his base, but this tier 3 timing, almost like a 2012 game here of Undead against Night Elf, seems to be working. It's just a DH against the world. Could it invul be forced? It doesn't even matter. I think Happy's taking this 1-0.
I guess so. The Bears exactly can't do much at the Emperor. I guess it's a 1-0 win here. But damn, Kaho, that wasn't too bad at all. But yeah, that push, so hard to hold.
Yeah, damn, I wonder what Kaho could have done better there, really. Like, maybe been more active again with the Demon Hunter and get more mana burns before the fight, particularly maybe on the Naga getting a couple. Could have been good. Maybe he gave Happy a little bit too much time to recover after the initial Demon Hunter harass. But it's such small mistakes that can cost you a game in this series. It's crazy. It felt like he played so good, but that tier 3 timing, Happy hits it clean, and there's just no Moonwells.
There's just no Moonwells, but there is more support for this tournament. Kratos, $50, boosting this thing to 3,346. We're crawling towards the 3,500. Last season, everybody, you contributed 5,000. That was insane. It's a tough task for you guys at home, but lots of viewers. If everybody is just chipping in $1 or buys a profile picture for $3 or $5, then this prize pool is going to the moon. And Moon was eliminated here, but he will be pretty proud on what Kaho is displaying here. The next map is going to be Tide Hunters.
Alright, so if he chooses to play Demon Hunter on Concealed Hill, will Kaho continue to play Demon Hunter on other good keeper maps, I would say, Tide Hunters being one of them? We'll have to see. If he plays it here, he's certainly going to play it here for potentially all 5 maps if we make it there. So we'll see, or will he maybe lose a bit of confidence and go back to what he's sort of practiced, or at least what I've seen him practice on ladder.
Okay, we will see. Tide Hunters, of course, a beautiful, beautiful map. Happy, who can stop him today? It's Happy versus Asia, basically. No other CIS or Western player still remaining in the tournament. Foggy eliminated early, Hawk eliminated early, Spiral eliminated early. Can he do it then? Or will he be stopped by the Lawlions, the Flies, or the Kahos in the world? Happy would be his 5th championship, I guess, but it's still a long way. Hopefully 20 maps today. The first one goes to Happy, the second one as well. Let's see.
All right, if it is a Demon Hunter, again, Happy in the past has shown, particularly against Laliat and against Moon in Sweden, that he can sometimes just fast expand. If he sees a Demon Hunter is not only not good at expanding himself, but also pressuring a fast expansion from an Undead. So Happy could always do that reaction on a map like Tidehunters. Concealed Hill, not much of an option because of the strength of the creeps there, but Tidehunters absolutely. We'll have to see what the first hero is, and it will be Demon Hunter again.
Okay, that is indeed surprising. I did not expect this. I expected more air, but maybe he can still surprise us somewhere. I really thought that air is the way, but that was pretty colorful-esque how Kaho played. Do you even have the time for the tier 3 on Tidehunters as it is so small in comparison?
Yeah, it's tough, especially if you have to give up map control to Happy around the tier 3 stage, because Tidehunters is a map that works. If one player has map control in that early mid game, they just get the whole bottom left side of the map. All those consumables is particularly good in this matchup. And yeah, I think the mass air strategy, a lot of people have had success with it. Particularly Dice, even last week, managed to take his first tournament map win off Happy with the Keeper Alchemist Masquerade Dragon style. So surprised to not see it so far, but there's still time in the best of 5, I suppose.
Maybe he's just saving the real tactics for the grand final, Carson, when he has to catch up a map, then if he has to go to the lower bracket. Kaho, I wonder if there's pressure on him. You know, he had one great tournament run that's 1.5 years ago, 1 year ago, where he had that WGL qualifier success versus Chemico in a grand final best of 5. But he's also not too used to long series. In normal best of, or like round of 16 stages, it's always best of 3. But yesterday he played a best of 5. That was against 15 Sway and he 3-0'd him. So it seems like that's not deterring him at all.
2 rings might be deterring him a little bit, as well as this expansion from Happy. The Wisp is going to scout it, but yeah, this is what Happy's going to do on easy to expand maps. He's going to just counter it with the Nerubian Tower and the double economy. Wisp gives level 2 to Happy, and he's in a pretty comfortable position. This Demon Hunter is going to struggle to do anything about that. Yeah,
that detonate would have been important to prevent level 2. Demon Hunter, again, very, very hurt. It's not the first time we're seeing this. He's always on the edge, tanking a lot with the DH. Wonder if that's a little too much, because when he needed the moon juice, it wasn't there on map 1.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come in handy, and what might come in handy against this expansion as well would be, as opposed to the Naga in the last game, a Panda. Kaho was given enough time to power creep that Naga up, and, you know, Naga's good at level 1 and level 2, better than the Panda might be, but at level 3, it's certainly all about the Pandarian, so maybe that could be the choice to break this expansion later on, but for now, Kaho just needs some better Demon Hunter items, maybe.
Yeah, that would be helpful. Also a way to stop this expansion. Usually when we see this against the Moon, for example, there's all-ins. Mass Huntress transition immediately. Not the case here. He's just playing the lore stuff again. And that's rough versus Undead Towers.
It's going to be very, very hard to break even a single Nerubian. Shout out to Kevin. The ghouls are going to be pressuring the archers. That's a surround and a half, and there's no staff, nothing to get out. That's the TP.
Oh, can he fight out maybe thanks to the 2 rings? Trying. Happy closes the surround 3 times here. Oh, that miss. Could have been, oh no, almost a kill. No, it was well calculated here. This early game is not good for Kaho.
Yeah, I wonder if that one ghoul was worth all the Moonwell mana. I suppose it's still early in the nighttime, so those Moonwells will be able to get it back up to 300 out of 300, maybe a little bit under by the time daytime hits. That kind of is free healing in a way, but Happy gets the Boots of Speed, also gets a Mantle of Intelligence, and is on his way to level 3. Kaho, one more small camp, and he'll be able to get that level 2 mana burn, but the expansion is almost fully saturated for Happy, and then he's going to follow it up with the tech. There's the Panda. as expected. That is what Kaho needs. He needs late game carries because he's down in economy.
Yeah, but can you even go to the late game when Happy is mining uncontested? He needs to creep and he needs to harass. This is trouble city for the young Chinese.
He's going to get that level 3. Happy tries to chase an Archer, but doesn't get it. Now he's chasing an Ancient of War. Definitely not going to get that. He's kind of giving up this camp to Kaho, but he doesn't have a coil to really get any last hits. So Happy just trying to shark for a little bit of damage and, of course, buy time for his tech now that is about 10-15 seconds underway. Double mantle. Gonna be nice for the Panda later on, though.
Yeah, and the rings as well on the Demon Hunter. So early game, bad items. Late game, this might help. And of course, you can always go for the trade if the marketplace is freed up. But Happy, you said he has no coil. This man needs no coils at all. He got Frostmourne, and that's Hungers, and he gets the kills just with the right clicks. Oh my god, the block.
Risky. Another Archer goes down. A lot of damage on the Death Knight, of course, but 3 Archers. Well worth it. Not even because it's a strong fighting army at all. I think you need about 15 Archers for it to be that, but the creeping speed is what hurts. The Demon Hunter is going to have to creep with this Panda for the Panda to be able to get this lab, which is what Kaho's eyeing now, I imagine.
Is that really the right option to not harass at all? I guess so. I guess there's one push somewhere prior to the tier 3, maybe? With a bear bust?
Yeah.
But Happy is already fortifying this with 3 Ziggurats, Necropolis here as well, double crypt. This is almost a perfect game for Happy here on map 2.
Yeah, no issues so far. The main hope for Kaho is to get Panda level 3 before he has master training on those bears, and then, as you mentioned, go for the bear bust. That's really going to be the only hope. A counter expansion at this stage would be too late. Happy would be 70 supply against 50 by the time that expansion starts mining. Kaho needs a beautiful fight at tier 3, but for now, his Panda creeping not as efficient as we saw in Concealed Hill for the Naga.
Not at all. He gets the Rune Bracers. Rune Bracers increase your chances of winning against Undead by 200%, but don't tell me he's gonna snipe it with an Invis DK. That would be the play of the tournament, I think. No, it only goes for the Wisp. Too much HP on that Panda. And also, you know, no coil available.
Yeah, if only he had a mana pot, that could have been an insane play from Happy. Ancient War goes down, just shows how few units Kaho has, and he wanted to creep. Oh, breaks out of Invis! Can the Zeppelin be purchased? Rejuve is here, the Panda! Oh no, one more right click. Kaho barely gets him out. Now the Death Knight, could the Zeppelin be purchased and stolen? A surround could happen. Kaho lets him go. That could have been a big play. That Death Knight was at risk of falling.
Dude, what a play, but by both of them. Sneaky Happy Invis. A little reminiscent of the Burrowed Fiends at the DreamHack finals against Lawlight.
Concealed Hill, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, I remember Happy when that play happened. I was at the analyst desk and close to Happy, and he pumped his fist and went, yes, and then laughed. It was incredible.
Yeah, and people say yes, no emotions. When these plays work, that's probably the biggest joy he got. But okay, the levels start to get there for Kaho. But it's also double crypt, double slaughterhouse, 3-1 heroes, good inventory on the ledge. I don't know, man.
Greater mana, though. That is exactly... These items are exactly what Kaho needs. If the strategy is ever going to work, he's got the perfect items that could win it for him. And this is the timing. He's got more bears on the way, but not a ton of health. 3 towers, a third being upgraded right now. Kaho, what can you do with this timing?
Yeah, he needs to do a lot. Breath of Fire against the Acolytes. Maybe that's the way. Just take the workers out once the tome, because that makes the push a little easier, but he's also losing a lot of HP on the bear. There we go. It's only ghouls 4 now. Do we have destroyers? Not yet. But DK is quite low, actually. Ghouls are all burning. This is working a little better than expected, but without staff, there's no saving bears.
That's going to be one bear falling, the other staffed out. More reinforcements are on the way. The ghouls are burning, but one thing Kaho doesn't have, he has plenty of mana, but he doesn't have plenty of health or items. Is there a mana pot? No. Staff is going to be off cooldown in 4 seconds. 1 second. No. The Panda goes down, and Happy has certainly held this timing. This is looking... unfortunately for Kaho, like a 2-0.
I agree. with these Narup towers. There's no chance in saving the, in killing the DK, and it's Happy with the 2-0. This guy just on a tear. As always, no flaws from Happy means he wins, because nobody does less unforced errors than Happy.
Yeah, unfortunately for Kaho, he needs to not just think about what maps are good for the Demon Hunter, but what maps are bad for the fast expansion. Happy will probably do that again if given the right situation in the map, and of course the Demon Hunter first for Kaho. So maybe this is when we need to see the Keeper into Last Refuge. Could certainly be another expansion map for Happy.
It is not the best Keeper map, though. We'll see if it works. You can play Mass Air there. We got a couple of supporters here. Thank you, Cathodical, for the 3-month resub, and Gockel for the €5. Nice casting, you two.
Hell yeah. All right, Kaho. He's been playing so good this entire tournament. Can he do it? Can he get a map off of Happy? One map is celebrated by a lot of Night Elves in the Warcraft scene. Can Kaho get it?
It's actually true. In the last set they played, he got that map. But since then, it's all Happy. So yeah, it's up to Kaho to turn this around now. And maybe bring more variety. This early game, getting surrounded that fast, been taken off the map that fast, losing so many archers also to a DK only. That wasn't the perfect play. He needs that perfect play. Otherwise, he finds himself in a lower bracket with Lawlight and Fly. Good luck there. But alright, first, Happy has to win one more. He has to win that on LR.
And Happy's not going to change anything up. He's going to play purely reactionary. If Kaho goes for the Demon Hunter, I would imagine the expansion. If Kaho goes for the Keeper, Happy will play the style he's oh so familiar with, of course. The tier 3 tech, waiting for the destroyers, harassing the second hero. All good things. So we're going to see. It's all up to Kaho. What are you going to play here? It will be Demon Hunter again.
Okay. On LR, actually kind of like this. I don't know. Happy expanding here. Possible, but not too likely, I'd say. Mm-hmm. And the Demon Hunter can creep well here, better than the Keeper. He can equip himself really, really well. But I kind of want to see him move away from that Dryad Bear play. This seems like Happy, after losing to Colorful, immediately fixed the issues of that build.
Yeah, one thing Kaho can get on this map is a lot more value out of the Naga second. With that pressure on tier 2, he can contest both shops and hopefully for his sake get decent items and deny the greater manas from Happy. And he can also get very quickly to level 3 Demon Hunter with the Ancient War, able to pivot over to the Mercenary camp right off the bat. So Kaho may not struggle as much to creep as he did, especially on Concealed Hill early on. And of course, the expansion, yeah, not as easy on Last Refuge. And of course, the rush distance a little bit shorter, I would say, from main base to expansion on Last Refuge. Haven't tested it, but I'd imagine. So we'll see what Happy does. Has he sold the town portal? No, he hasn't. So no expansion so far for Happy.
And the item drops look a little better for Kaho this time as well. Circlet or Claws is what you want. He gets that. Happy on the other side. Gloves of Haste. Not too helpful at the moment, but of course for the Lich, he will be very thankful for that. What's the creep route and how aggressive is this Demon Hunter going to be? It looks like it goes across the map on level 1.
Yeah, he would have to creep that Priest and allow the Death Knight to get Aura, and then we saw how threatening the surrounds were last game, whereas if Kaho plays aggro like this, he's not going to be able to stop the Death Knight forever from creeping, but he can at least make sure that the Death Knight has no mana by the time he gets level 2. So this aggro Demon Hunter could be pretty good to set Kaho up for a nice early tier 2 Naga pressure.
Yeah, I think so too. And that saves a lot of Wisps. He constantly lost a few of these in the series so far. But man, being with his back against the wall in one of his biggest tournament runs or deepest tournament runs, that is a feels bad, man. That Demon Hunter essentially didn't do anything, couldn't even get a mana burnout because Happy's DK positioning is just too excellent.
Wisp is looking for a big detonate. 4 Skellies are here, but Happy splits off a skeleton right away to deal with that Wisp. Wisp gets to safety, and the Demon Hunter steals away the Priest from Happy. This is one of 4 camps that Happy would take to get level 3, including this one and the expansion after the Murloc. So Kaho will be able to stop that Wisp harass we saw in game 1 and get level 2 himself, but ooh, the ward's actually going to be quite nice as well. Kaho, is he going to go straight to the shop? He could snag a consumable here. Happy might be aware of this play, though.
He sees him coming. Is it a staff or boots? Boots it is. Go straight into the base, Happy is.
Very aggressive on level 2, maybe realizing he wasn't able to get level 3 even if he took that expansion. Surround, nice Demon Hunter control. You got to get attacks in while also not getting surrounded, or else you're just running around for the entire game. Kaho, it does slip out to the right-hand side. Dust. Happy knows there's a ward somewhere, but he actually misses it in the middle.
Nice. Yeah, if you play a Demon Hunter like that, you'd love to have like ego shooter controls with WASD or something. That is so stressful to click all the time. Oh no, and next to gets Forest. But yeah, good distraction by Kaho. How's it going for Happy? Not too successful at the bottom, I think. Almost no damage done.
Yeah, pretty good game for Kaho so far. He, of course, needs level 3 as much as Happy does, but once he gets tier 2 and picks up, I imagine at this point it has to be a Naga second for maybe even both players. Maybe then Kaho can get the map control to start creeping the shops. Happy is controlling that tavern, though. Surround. Not going to land just yet. Boots of Speed paying off so well now.
Right on. And you say he controls the tavern. He didn't because there's a Wisp sneaked in from the left-hand side. And that's the Naga first for Kaho. Will Happy go for 1-2? His tech seconds away. That would result in a later Lich.
Repurchase. Happy does get the Boots of Speed as well, so this will be the later Lich. But the Naga is going to have a lot of tempo here for Kaho. We'll see if Happy can get any real damage done. Ancient of War moving to the Merc camp. Does Happy hit the perfect timing? He does for the Creep Jack.
Oh man, this is nasty. This might just be the grand final for the most successful Warcraft player in the past 2 years. Archer down. Demon Hunter got a carry. Got some decent items. But does he have the mass? He's retreating. Oh, creeps are getting involved. Happy getting backstabbed.
The Ancient of War needs to live. Kaho doesn't need to get this camp right now, but if he loses the Ancient of War, what do you creep later on? You cannot creep that lab. You cannot creep that Merc camp without this Ancient of War until you have bears. So Happy does the right play. But he's not able to get anything other than one Archer out of it just yet. But this isn't the end of the pressure. Death Knight out of mana, but he's got that aura, and the Naga has plenty of Cold Arrow left in the tank.
Oh, yeah. Desperately waiting for these Dryads to come in. Did he steal that, the Madman? I think he did with the DK. Now the Naga is in trouble. Frost Arrow, you said it, so powerful. The right click by Happy. It's like he has different units when he's playing ghouls. Nobody as effective with them as the Russian. Kills one archer, kills two archers. Man, that's a straight path into the grand final.
Archers continue to be pressured. Naga is almost out of mana, but does get out with their life. And of course, statues will soon be here. One ghoul, one consolation ghoul for Kaho, the first to be killed in this game. So a 2-for-1 trade, but importantly for Happy, he stopped the creeping. Ancient of War barely lives with 33 HP. Now Kaho, though, can definitely back up and start power creeping. Ideally, the Demon Hunter to level 3. Happy, what's his next move? He's got to get DK3 himself.
Yeah, I think so. Power creeping Night Elf. How do you do that with two archers? Engine of War out of position, not at the camp. He will get the gold mine and then the mercenary camp. So I guess with that he gets the necessary levels. Claws of attack as well for good damage. Happy? No statues yet? No. Wait, did he forget the slaughterhouse?
He must have. He had to have. He should already have a statue by now, for sure. Very late.
Ooh, little bit of a gift to the young Chinese here. That's, of course, low mana DK for a while. And tier 3 for Kaho, he's expanding.
Yeah, this is a very interesting expansion timing. He took some losses to that exchange, but what he did was severely delay the creeping of Happy and make sure the Naga was almost out of mana and the Death Knight was completely out of mana. So Kaho might feel he's got a little bit of time where he can get this expansion up uncancelled and he can build a couple of extra Dryads. His lumber will be hurt a bit, but he's still got bears on time, so might be a decent play from Kaho. He knows Happy is creeping right now.
Exactly. Is the ward still there? Not really. Waiting for Lich, waiting for statues. No Frenzy, no Destroyer. This will all take time. And Kaho uses that time to bulk up that Demon Hunter. Dude, almost 1000 HP, 6 armor, but the Ogre Lord doesn't obey. Ah, this is nasty. This is annoying. And Happy scouts the expo.
Yeah, an immediate scout by Happy. As soon as that extra went down, he sent a Skelly across the map, as expected, I suppose. Legion do more, and that's an excellent item for Kaho, and the experience is very important as well. Demon Hunter, out of nowhere, has a ton of nice items now, too.
If this goes late game, I think Legion is the best item with the passive HP regen against Disease Cloud. Happy loves Disease Cloud in the very, very late game. Movement speed, of course, always appreciated, especially in synergy with Dryad Slow and Naga Frost Arrow. But the heroes, not very late gamey. Tier 3 unlocked, but Happy. Frenzy ready, Destroyers started, Lich out, Orb collected. I don't see a long life for that tree at the bottom right.
Yeah, what Kaho could do is sack the tree and try to get the second red camp. I don't think he's going to hold a push. The Demon Hunter could definitely carry once he gets that orb. He's got bears online now too. But I do fear for Kaho if he tries to defend against this power spike of Happy right now. He should maybe let it die and just go straight to that upper left.
But won't Happy just continue his rush into the Night Elf main base? Do you have time enough? He has the town portal on the Naga, but okay, this expansion will not mine a dime. Happy very successful with it, but Kaho shows that great minds think alike and does exactly as you suggest.
He's going to get the Overlord, and then, as you suggest, he's going to have to town portal. He also got a greater heal, by the way, from the shop. An excellent item for Kaho, but Happy got that mana pot, of course, and that's great as well. Ooh, the Overlord runs back just like before. Kaho gets Khadgar's double aura now, and town portal's back home. He's got to defend just like Concealed Hill.
Okay, if he holds, he has the best late games items possible. But does he? Yeah, Moonwell's not the greatest. Bear falls immediately. 50 pop for Happy. One fight for the grand final. These bears just one after the next, falling to magic damage and focus fire. This looks rather easy. Oh my god, Naga being nuked. Invo potion. These ghouls still on the ground. Kaho apparently doesn't stand a chance, not even with a home turf advantage.
If only Happy didn't have that greater mana, this might be holdable for Kaho, but the Deathlight had 2 extra coils, greater heal used. Naga no fork lightning to clean up these ghouls now, and the damage from the right click of the heroes might just be too much. There's one Moonwell in the back. There's a potion if Kaho really wants it, but the staff is used, and there's just no units left. One bear is finally out. Can Kaho rejuve up and hold? Man, Happy's out of mana, but he's definitely not out of army.
Oh no, and he's definitely not out of that winner bracket. Grand final just what? 2 letters away, basically. That Demon Hunter is just gonna get right-clicked down. No chance. Any more potions on cooldown? Is it enough? Not just yet. Very reminiscent to Concealed Hill. Oh! Kaho fighting, holding on to dear life, trying to get the nuke in to get Happy to a TP. But this is not enough. It's a massive supply lead, it's a major level lead, and once this Demon Hunter goes down, it's GG.
Yeah, nice Dryad poking to the north of the fight, but it just is simply not enough mana pot there to clean up some of the ghouls. This next bear will be able to heal this DH up, but Happy is just going to continue pushing here until Kaho is entirely supply blocked. This Moonwell will do it. And, okay, Kaho needs a hero kill. Push and vulnerability swapped over. Staff available. Kaho trying to find some openings here.
I think there's no potions anymore in the shop, is there? Whew, desperately waiting for the arrival of the bears. Happy pushes back or pulls back. That could be an excellent expansion timing, or just a couple of items. Let the statue work a little bit for more mana, and then go for that hero nuke and go for that kill. Kaho pulling the creeps. This makes things real weird.
Okay, Happy. Imagine he gets a mana stone here. This would definitely seal the deal. Kaho needs to get some mana burns off. Happy. Book of the Dead. That's solved by a wisp. But what isn't solved by a wisp is the Demon Hunter that's still hurting. These bears need way more rejuves than they currently have. At least he can get the DH up one last final time.
Okay, Kaho. For now, still alive. As we said, the super late game with Kaho's items, that might help him, but the levels 4, close to 4, almost 3. This is still winnable. I mean, Happy didn't expand.
Yeah. Incredible hold, really. Like, that game was so close to being over. DH had like 20 HP at one point and no way to heal up. Triad going to scout the undead army. The movement speed from that unholy aura is needed for both players now. Kaho in particular to get away. He's got no TP.
Exactly. He has a staff, maybe, to save the Naga, but what's with the rest of the army? Trying to go for that Book of the Dead Runners, of course. No Wisps are here for the Dispel. Level 4 Naga is getting some kills from that. Destroyer also very hurt. Can Kaho do it? Naga out. Bear dead. Down to 35 again. That Moonwolf that he just built was kind of unnecessary. Happy's micro with Destroyers is out of this world. This man doesn't want to leave the W3Champions throne, that's for sure.
They're denied at least, but doesn't really matter. GG, Happy gets the 3-0 as so often he does, and he goes straight to the grand finals.
Wow, only so able to take a map off of him in this tournament. Kaho, no match for Happy. Maybe a little too one-dimensional. Maybe too stubborn playing this Demon Hunter style, especially on Tidehunters. This felt almost a little ill-advised there against Happy's expansion style. That was maybe not the best preparation that we've ever seen. I think he plays the Demon Hunter well, but not well enough if your opponent is Happy.
Yeah, it seems like it's so close to working, but I don't know. There's just a couple things. It's like, how do you counter that? How do you counter that tier 3 timing? How do you hold when you only have those 2 bears when Happy comes in with full mana? It's hard to say. I feel like a lot of these strats, when you beat Happy, they really involve a lot of hit and run, a lot of delay, a lot of not taking direct fights, but the Demon Hunter is almost pigeonholed into taking direct fights, which Kaho micros very well, but Happy hits these timings and they're just way too strong.
Yeah. We've seen that this can work. Colorful did it masterfully, but for now, Kaho is no Colorful. And he falls down to the lower bracket. Lawlight and Fly, both probably a little angry with him, because whoever advances from the 3 Asians in the lower bracket final will have a 0-1 score to catch up from. And against Happy, that's pretty damn rough, even in a best of 7. You guys are buying the profile pictures like crazy. That is something I love, because it boosts the prize pool quite a bit. Look at this. Ein Schaf with a $5 donation. Christoph, Murdoch, Huckleberry with 3 purchases. Milk Wars, Ulrock. Let's go, everybody. 3,500 is not too far away when we look at that prize pool. Thank you, Cien, for the 2-year resub. And we are, of course, waiting now for the lower bracket semifinal, where we will go back into best of 3 territory. Fly and Lawlight about to duke it out. Then, of course, Kaho versus the winner of these 2, and Happy waiting in the grand final. I was hoping for 20 maps today. Now we're down to a max of 18. Still not bad. Still a long day of Warcraft. And of course, as after every best of 3, we go into a little bit of a break. But before we go into this break, we got quite a few things to do. For example, tell you that we have a giveaway in cooperation with CORSAIR, our beautiful partner, for 1 year and 3 months. They raffle away a K70 Pro Mini Wireless Mechanical Keyboard, their latest product, only released this week or the week prior. I think maybe it was July 14, but not older than 2 weeks. So get your hands on this mini keyboard, basically perfect for traveling. Combine it with your notebook, do whatever you want with it. Or one of the 2 headsets on the left-hand side, the Void RGB Elite. Wireless, of course, and the HS65 surround wired gaming headset if you're not ready to cut the cord just yet. CORSAIR has great community has great tools when it comes to wireless periphery. It's called Slipstream, so you don't have to have one receiver for every wireless thing you got. No. It's one receiver for all your CORSAIR gear. Makes the wireless technology very, very easy to use.
Very cool, very cool. I'm kind of a wire boy myself, but definitely comfort for many people is the most important thing in the whole wide world. So be very comfortable, be fully wireless. And not only that, if you're a streamer, you look really cool when everything's wireless, guys. You look super dope.
There you go. Headset, wireless, mouse, wireless, keyboard, wireless. Just need wireless lights.
True. Yeah, can you get enough power for them? I don't know, but I mean, we both have the wired lights from Elgato though, which are pretty good. I fixed my lighting recently, and my camera finally doesn't look terrible. So yeah, Elgato lights pretty strong.
You look beautiful, cousin. Maybe they can, pair some fireflies with these lights. That would help. Maybe. Exactly. So yeah, that's it. And of course, we have to praise War3Champions, because without War3Champions, none of this would be possible. Basically, I would be out of a job in the beginning of 2020 when Blizzard left us with non-existent ranked play and only 2 servers. Thought, okay, that's it. I just went full time, and now we have no competitive Warcraft scene anymore. But there was a guy called Pat, and then there was a guy called Ebeninsky and Modmoto and Sefit and Floss, and they built War3Champions to bring us competitive Warcraft even without the help of Blizzard. They brought us the profiles we needed, the ranked play we needed, the leagues for not only melee and competitive, but also custom games. If you're a fan of Legion TD, you can also play that on a ranked ladder. And it doesn't matter how good you are, from Grass League to the Grandmasters, doesn't really matter if you're just starting to play. Just because the name is War3Champions, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you have to be a champion to play on the server. If you're just starting to learn, if you're just starting to play the game, if you're just ready from after the campaign, we got that Grass League for you. And of course, great coaching in the Gym Discord, which is of course an affiliate to Back to Warcraft and War3Champions, reachable at gym.backtowarcraft.com. All you gotta do to play on War3Champions is to go to W3Champions.com, click on the Join the Battlefield button, download the launcher, little third-party program, less than 100 MB. You install that with the help of 2 clicks, and then there you go. You get a little extra button in your Warcraft 3 menu, and you have access to 28 servers around the world and thousands of Warcraft 3 players in lots of different game modes. 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 4-on-4. It's all yours. Of course, FFA as well. We had the grand final yesterday. Shout out Neutron for winning that and dethroning Leluami. You can even play Banjo Ball if you're a football kind of guy. We have that online, and Random Heroes too. You can, if you think that the vanilla Warcraft is too zoomed in because it was built in 2002 and we all had like 15-inch CRT screens back there. Now you want to play on the big screen. You want to zoom out a little bit. Easy as it gets. Dash, zoom, put in a number, zoom out. Or if you want to look at the beautiful, beautiful details of the reforged models, you can do that as well and zoom in. It's as easy as it gets. We're all hosting this on Flow servers that was created by Fluxu single-handedly. That madman figured out how the servers work for Warcraft 3, and since then we have perfect condition. He also figured out how to let you observe games, and it's called Flow TV. All the ladder games played on War3Champions can be observed in client, so you don't have to suffer from my weak camera control, or you can look up whatever you want to know. You can look up build orders, and he got that reconnect feature as well. Fluxu is a freaking saint. All the best to him. And if you think that sounds like a cool team, I want to be part of a team that creates all of this, non-profit, just oozing from passion, then join them. Discord is your tool to catch up with them. On their homepage, upper right, is the link to the Discord. Just write Sefit or Floss or Miyagi. We need a couple of helpers if we want to improve that server even further, if you finally want to bring those automated tournaments. If you're a coder, we're looking for people who can do JavaScript, C#, .NET, jQuery, Rust, TypeScript, and Node. You can also help with moderation if you want to. You might help with some media if you just want to fill their Twitter account or make their homepage look better. We can use helping hands, whatever your skill set is. So join them, and if you can't do anything, you could at least join the Discord, go into the good vibe section, and tell them how much you love this program. And that's it from my side, Carson.
Very nice. Pepe notes. You guys all got all that? You guys got all that written down? I need to grab my pen and paper, and I'll get all that. Yeah, what could you add? I don't know what I could add, Neo. That's everything. That's everything. Close to everything. We got automated tournaments coming soon. Just one other thing. Oh, achievements possibly. I think we were talking about last season possibly coming soon, which is something I've been really excited for. If we could get the brains, maybe the new brains joining the team that hear your announcement, working on some achievements, that could be fun. But there's always new features coming in, and as soon as they're here, we'll tell you guys about them, just like Neo filled you in on everything we already have.
Right on. And if Carson has nothing to add, I have some ads. See you in a bit with Lawlight and Fly.